Hey there, everybody. How's it going? It's Friday. We made it. It's the end of the week. Hopefully, you guys are all doing well, healthy, safe, and everything else. Wanted to get outside today, but it's kind of crappy out. So I'm inside, got the earbuds in because guess what? We're socially isolated, so we're inside. My wife's in the dining room. I think she's on a conference call right now and got the dog and everything else. So hopefully this will be a quiet spot. We'll cut out some background interference and you'll be able to hear me all right. But yeah, food and philanthropy. That's what we got this week. As always, it's Friday. Going to give my wife total and 100% credit for this week. Full disclosure, we were talking the other night and she basically gave me the ideas for both food and philanthropy this week. So kudos to her. I give her credit for it. But here's what we got. Food. I think it's safe to say that we're all going through a lot of crap right now with social distancing and all the stuff that's going on with that. But hopefully, while we're social distancing, we're not seeing our waistline doing some distancing. So what I mean by that is, yes, this is a very, very stressful time for everybody, really. Whether it's you're stuck at home, working from home. If you have kids, that adds another layer of stress. You're home with your spouse, wife, significant other, whatever. That may add a whole other layer of stress. Maybe you've been sick. Maybe you lost your diet. I mean, the stressors are at this point somewhat infinite, but we have to find some outlets rather than quote unquote stress eating, which can be a thing and become a problem for people. So once we're on the other side of this whole global situation, I want to make sure that everybody is not lost a step and still healthy and fit and ready to go, and hasn't totally declined after being home and locked away and stressed out and just feeding their face all the time. So a few strategies to go along with that. Coupled with regards to food itself, don't bring certain foods, those comfort foods, those junk foods and things actually into the house. As I went through my precision nutrition certification, one of their things that they mentioned a lot, which is actually pretty good, is if I bring food into my house, there's three outcomes. Either I eat it, somebody that I love is going to eat it, or somebody that I remotely tolerate is going to eat it. So if I don't want either of those three people to eat crappy food, then I shouldn't bring it into the house. So that could be one of them. Two, if you bring them into the house, which is going to happen ultimately, whether it's ice cream or chips or something like that, it's going to happen. Be a little bit more mindful about it and put it somewhere different. Almost trick yourself and hide it on yourself if you can. I mean, obviously, if you bring ice cream into the house, there's only one place you can safely and effectively store that. But you know what I mean. So if it's out of sight and out of mind, you're less likely to use that and cope and eat and go back to that. A third thing is you can not keep certain foods out and readily available. I know a lot of times, and I'm guilty of it too. We finish up a meal, breakfast or something like that, and things kind of get left on the stove or put in a container to be put away, and it gets left out, and you walk past it and you sneaky snack or a bowl of chips or something like that if we leave it out. The more times we go past it, the more times we're going to eat it, the more times we're just ingesting more and more calories that we don't really need. So put stuff away. I'm reminded of a quick analogy that I've heard in the past, but heard again this morning. Plug Doc Raj from Move Athletics. He was talking about stuff in regards to ergonomics and setting up a desk and chair and stuff. But he mentioned using your debit card. We all go out to Starbucks or wherever to get a coffee, go to the convenience store for something or grocery store or whatever, and we have no problem swiping our credit card or debit card for a couple bucks here and there. But if we keep doing that over and over and over again, that couple bucks turns into potentially hundreds of dollars. So same thing with leaving food out, or just food in general. As we go past it and eat it, and just a little bit here and there, that little bit adds up and adds up, and before you know it, we have kind of a problem here, and we're eating a lot of extra calories that we don't need. So those are three with regards to specific food strategies. Find another outlet, for stress. We all know, a lot of times that food can be a comforting thing, but we have to be aware of it and try to do something about it and find an alternate outlet for it, whether it be going outside for a run or a walk, or getting, an extra workout in. Give somebody a call. I know throughout this whole thing that we've been going through, that's been a common theme that I've heard from a lot of different people, is they're reconnecting with different family members or different friends and stuff like that. And I've done it. I mean, I had a conference call a week or two ago with 7 or 8 other friends from high school that I haven't talked to in ages. So give somebody a call. Give me a call if you want. Shoot me a text, whatever. Whatever you need to do is find another outlet for that stress, because if you don't, it's going to fester and manifest itself into something unproductive and not positive, negative. So hopefully that helps. Few strategies. 4 other ones, which I've mentioned before, that are kind of always in play, is water, sleep and rest, eating wholesome quality fruits and vegetables and foods in general, and not processed stuff, and then getting your exercise in regularly. And one extra one, stay on a routine. That's probably potentially one of the biggest ones for us. So hopefully that all kind of makes sense and jives with you, and gives you some strategies and some ways to deal with some of the stress that we're all going through at this point in time, so that we can better cope and better deal with it, so that we're not coming out on the other end of this whole thing worse off, and we can actually be, maintain and stay consistent, so that at the end of it we can be better off and be, no worse for wear, and start right off fresh and new and ready to go, ready to kill it. So that's food. Philanthropy. Going outside for walks, runs on some trails, nature trails, bike paths, things like that. My wife, more than myself, have noticed it, but they're getting dirty. Like, they're used more, which makes more sense because people are around and they're trying to get outside and everything else, but they're dirty. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, cardinal rule of using a trail or anything like that, or being out in the woods, is pack it in, pack it out. Like, take your trash with you, or dispose of it properly. So it's kind of frustrating. It's a little sad to know that, with increased traffic, there's increased trash. It doesn't make sense. So challenging you guys with 2 things. A is not being a dick and leaving your trash all over the place, which I know you guys are all great people and you're not going to do that anyway. But just a quick reminder, don't be a dick. Take your stuff with you, throw it out properly, dispose of it, get rid of it. 2, I wanted to do it today, but the weather has been crappy, so I'm going to try to do it tomorrow morning, is some of the trails and trailheads and parking lots and stuff right in the area that we're at right here. I'm going to go out, throw on my gloves, be smart, be safe, protect myself first and foremost, but I'm going to go pick up some trash, see how bad it is, and try to help this whole situation out, so that we're not perpetuating and this is getting it gets out of hand. But challenge you, go out, lend a hand, but be safe, be smart about it, and protect yourself. But get out there, pick up some trash, help out the trails, help out nature, help out our environment and everything else, and do a good thing. Lastly, had a lot to talk about today. I don't even know how long this video is, but it's going to be a long one. That's okay. Shameless plug, Rob Boucher, RB Strength, myself, next Wednesday, starting off our lunch date. We're letting you guys in on it though. So it's a group lunch date. Him and I, Instagram Live. I'm going to set up our lunch date, and talk about some different stuff, whether it be fitness, nutrition, recovery, random world stuff, things that are going on with us, questions or topics that you guys may have, and if there are things that you want us to talk about and you want to hear about, send us a message, let us know what it is, and we'll try to touch on it. So if there's anything, reach out, let us know. But yeah, that's going to be Wednesday, 12 o'clock, lunch date. I think that's it. Long video, but whatever. Hey, we all have a lot more time now. So with that being said and done, great weekend. Have one. Work on those single leg squats. That's our movement for the week. The week's not completely over yet. We still got Saturday and Sunday, depending on how you want to look at it. But work on those and stay safe, stay healthy, be well. And we'll see you on Monday. If not before, you never know when I might throw in a random video. But we'll definitely see you on Monday for another movement. You guys take care. See you on Monday.